Hi. Good morning. Found a tripod. See, my little Temu thing works again. No. But it's focusing on my boy. Alright, so fun day for me. What we're gonna do is I gotta finish up some things on Cosby. Got transmission fluid to get. Fresh transmission rebuild. Nothing was wrong with it. It was a Rossler Turbo 400 stage. It was like a 2.5 Terminator is what they go by. It's all billet goodies. It's really nice. According to the rebuilder, he says it's really, really nice, especially for something to be a 2.5. I've got a brand new Circle D 252 millimeter bolt together billet converter. Trying to get more mile an hour. I was capped at about 150.7. I say about, I know exactly where I was capped because it's been on my mind. I had to lift at about 1,000 foot mark, so when you're racing 1,320 feet, that's 320 feet of redlining my car at 8,200 RPM to maintain speed so you don't shave or lose ET. You don't lose mile an hour. So I'm excited. We got Streetcar Takeover coming up next weekend. We're leaving on Thursday. We're going to try to get an early spot. I'm confident. I feel like we could gain 10, 11 mile an hour. So I'm already running 891s. Cosby's huge to me. Like Cosby was the first car I ever ran a 9, a mid 9, a low 9, and then somehow went an 8 off the trailer, went 891. I'm ecstatic to think that it could go faster. I don't know that I really want to have a parachute, but I'm already at that point. But it was a great no prep car. Still can be. I just have to go backwards. Take the 340 gear out that I just bought. It's a 340 Pro gear. Put the 390 back in it. Take the converter back out, and then I'll have to share a photo because here's my old one. This is my old converter, old PTC unit. It was in there for years. I think it was literally in there for 7 years. Feeling better on camera. I'm down like 34 pounds. So maybe it's stress. Maybe it's drugs. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But yeah, everybody recommended I'm going to use a, Castrol makes a blue hydraulic fluid. It's ISO 46. So it's a 46 weight hydraulic oil. It's pretty blue. It doesn't stink like normal transmission fluid. It is it seems like it lasts longer. It doesn't burn out as bad. It doesn't get as nasty. So we're going to give it a shot. That should tighten up the converter nice. And then I don't know. I do have more pills. I do have more stuff in my nitrous kit. I do have a larger purge. I'll bring you with me real quick. This is my purge. This is my purge. This little guy. See this little solenoid down here? This little guy. The new purge that I have has a solenoid. It's about this big. So it's like a psh, psh. Now it'd be like later. It's scientific shit. So I'm holding a tripod like it's a selfie stick. Amateur. So quick rundown. 408 cubic inch. I'm not actually sure of the rotating assembly because it's all stayed pretty much where it needs to be, so I'm not really too concerned. As I said in a previous video, a gentleman named John Smith from Smith LSX Tuning in Texas, he built this car. They named this car. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking fold this thing in. Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't pinch my hand. Jesus. Bro, if you only saw how big this fucking selfie stick was. But he built this motor. It did great. It has been doing great. I've had zero issues. PRC heads, that's when it ran at 891. Before that, it was a consistent 913 in the heat of the day at Streetcar Bragging Rights in 2024. Let's go through this real quick. Iron block, Gen 3, 6 liter, 408, PRC 260 heads. All we did is we shaved them down because I maintain like a 59cc combustion chamber. It is 13-to-1 compression. It is a Induction Solutions X275 converted Edelbrock like high ram with a 4150 throttle body. It is fuel injected. It's got 2 solenoids. Front solenoid controls front 4 cylinders. So you've got 1 and 3, 2 and 4, and then of course the back 2 or the back 4 are split. So my throttle body is massive, and it can get bigger. I was thinking about putting a nicer billet unit on it. I don't know. I got valve covers for it. There's a lot I want to change We did put a trans cooler, instead of mounting it on the radiator like it was on these little crossbars. I didn't really care for it there. It kind of locked me in on where I put my radiator when I did the tube front. So now I'm thinking that I'm actually going to remove a couple things. I'm going to stand my radiator up, you know, like completely vertical, so I have room now to actually go through and stand it up. That way it's nice, new, and then I'll make new hoses for it. I've thought about it because I had this car for sale. Everything I've got, you know, stays for sale for a little bit. Having the harness redone or redoing it myself, and then having Richard, who painted the body, which is, he did a fantastic job. If you guys ever saw this car, these quarters were ruined, but he painted it a nice custom color. Told him I wanted a deep dark purple that almost looked black, and then we came up with this, and it was aptly named by one of the previous owners, Marcus, that I got it from, Statutory Grape. You might not laugh at it, I will. But we did ABS delete. I did a massive wheel stand, destroyed my fucking headers. Those are Texas Speed 2-inch primary, 3.5-inch outlet. It has a PowerMaster alternator on it, Motion Raceworks overdrive pulley to keep, you know, RPM down. I want to put a lighter fan assembly on it. There's a lot of stuff. We've been so many steps with this car, and it just works. I love this thing. We did do TBM brakes. TBM brakes saved a ton of weight and stop way better. It has a 4-piston in the front, so it has stock like calipers in the rear. But the front assemblies, both calipers, both brackets, all 4 mounting bolts, actually all 4 mounting bolts, the washers and spacers, the pads, and both rotors and hats weighed less than just one side. So one side of the factory, about 29 pounds. So everything together on this weighs like 26 and some change. So it saved a lot of weight. The car itself's heavy. It is a full weight car. It's not a light girl. She's a bit hefty. She likes to eat, but it's full interior. Let me show you that. When I say I found a crackless dash, make sure it's still crackless. That would have been bullshit. But I'm gonna take the matching Kirky out of the S2000. I would like to find a console lid. I pulled the rear seat out probably, I don't know, right before Gainesville, the Gainesville event that we won at Streetcar Takeover. But it's fully caged. They did a really good job. I like that they didn't take it to the actual upper deck. Some of me loves that, but it is a T-top car, so T-top storage is down here, which I don't have, and that would be cool. We've crossed the idea of doing a carbon top, but I don't know, something cool about, I don't know. I don't even have the hair for T-tops, but I love it. Kind of goes along with the Corvette thing that I love. So, but it's a Holley 7-inch screen. It's on a Dominator, which is probably the only reason it's as fast as it is. But probably end up upgrading the shifter. This one works fantastic, but I'd like a motion operator shifter because that's what I have in the S2000, and one-handed operation is great. So you don't have to use that stupid little knob to knock it back into gear or into park. You just use one hand. You just squeeze the handle to come back, and you put your hand on the opposite side of that little brake handle looking thing. Let's see if I can zoom in. See the little brake handle right here? You squeeze that and locks it, brings it back. So you put your hand on the opposite side, on the inside of that, push forward, and then it brings the tab up so you don't have to hit that stupid little guy right there. So I apparently turned the camera off. My bad. So here we are. Like I said, 408 high compression turbo 400. It's got a Moser 9-inch. It's got a whole bunch. Every piece of the suspension's done. Coilovers front and rear. It's all Viking Warrior stuff. UMI. UMI torque arm. That way it's a really short torque arm, really easy to get instant center. If you're familiar with drag racing and no prep, it's easy. It's easy to understand that. If you're not, I'll try to get into that later. I use 15-pound nitrous bottles. I do have a collection of 10s. If anybody would like to trade out, I'll give you some cash. I want 15s. My mother bottles, it does go through a lot of nitrous. It is right now. It's about a single 340 or it's either, I think it's about 370 horsepower dry shot. Dry shot being it's nitrous only. There's nitrous only going in. It's not a dual line going per cylinder. It's not nitrous and fuel, but the Dominator compensates by actually changing fuel map whenever it's spraying. So it kind of works out the same. We're about to go from an 034 pill to an 038, which basically equates to about a 475 from a 380, somewhere in there. That's what we're guesstimating. I guess induction solution is a little different, or they make it seem different. But I think we're good. We got brand new tires on the back. We've only got one event on them, and then it sat because I wanted to rebuild some stuff and wait on this converter. Very, very, very excited. This car's dirty as shit and it still shines. Richard did a really good job on it. But that's where we are today. I believe it's June 22nd. Yep, June 22nd. Guess the hustle never stops. So we're gonna do this, and we'll probably get this thing. Hopefully I don't fucking get the right idea to go ahead and do a radiator now. It doesn't need it. It's just I can't leave shit well enough alone. But if you know anybody that would be interested in viewing us, send them a link. It helps. As of now, in the past week, we've actually gained about 90 subscribers, which is huge for me. We've had this page for years, and we just quit doing it. It's hard to hold a camera, but I figured now's the best time after all this pink stuff. I like doing this. It's going to get better. I've been approached about somebody helping me with editing because I don't know how. I'm going to figure it out, though. I am looking for input on cameras. Not necessarily, I mean, Jay, of course. Jay has a lot of input. You know, the same guy that posts about the same cameras every day on my post. Thanks, Jay. Auxiliary mics or external mics. I need those. It's getting dark over here. We're looking at lighting. We'll do a small little podcast. I don't really consider it. It'll be like a TED Talk. It'll just be, you know, local shops, local racers, stuff like that. Tell us their story, why they do it. Why do you allow the stresses of racing to occupy your time when you already have a professional life and a home life that can do that? Hey, look, there's a boy. I am still reaching out. I am trying to talk to a couple people. Ross will never contact me back. Means a lot since there's so much money in this transmission and it did so good. All they have to do is say no. I know I'm pandering over here, but I gotta try because I would love a quality transmission. So the first and only people to hit me back was FTI. So regardless on what happens, I'm gonna end up buying an FTI because I can't stand whenever you reach out to a company and they don't hit you back. Say no. It's okay. I'm a fucking adult. You should be an adult too. If you want, I even said in my email that I'm going to buy a transmission regardless. I need to buy a unit no matter what. So it's the way that you approach this determines on where I go. So I mean, the guys at FTI actually came back like, hey, this is what we need to know. What's your weight? What's your horsepower goals? You know, what's the use of the vehicle? You know, so we can spec your converter. We'll see where this goes. We will see. And I'm going to send the Boss Hog converter back to Nelson, and we're going to try it. I mean, even if I find a local builder that'll do something good, because I've got a good case. That Turbo 400 in there is actually good. It's got brand new clutches. I mean, everything in it was good. It's just a stock case, and it's a weird trans brake. There's no dumps or anything on it, but it's a single wire that goes into the case. It doesn't have an external trans brake like my Rossler does, so maybe I'll sell it, and that'll help fund it. A lot of stuff. We got a Mini I'm gonna fucking raffle off to try to get the money up, because you can't keep taking from the business account, stuff like that. So we got to keep things flowing, but we always find a way, because this is the way. But yeah, a girl sitting out there. Boy, this is misfit. So, but then right behind it, there's this little guy. That little guy right there, little S2000. I'm excited for. We need to put the diff in it, like I showed, and then get a drive shaft made, and then install the harness. There is Brad's Turbo LS Fox body. Engine is currently sitting at the machine shop, which is that building. So soon. You'll have a good day. I'll talk to you in a minute. Want to see race car stuff? Big motor, high compression, nitrous. Little motor, turbo, always broken. Don't pay attention to this. Look at this. Cooling system, now remote mounted. Ta-da. So far she works good. We'll see. can't leave without a startup video. I gotta put you down here though. All right, end of my day. Everything's done. I opted to keep my valve covers. I don't want to change too much. I don't want to get into that shit. I always do it before we go to an event. I'll just probably buy some motion brace, add them. But for now, I think Cosby is ready. I don't think I'm gonna change the nitrous kit yet. I don't think I'm gonna up the nitrous yet. I want to see how fast it'll be. If it's gonna be any faster with the gears and the converter. We'll keep it simple. Don't have to keep changing shit. With Josh, I am at least going to put a bleed port right here. So I'll drill it, tap it with like a 1/2 inch MPT. That way we can bleed the system out a little bit better. I think we'll be okay. Oh, somebody told me I never give a fuck. I found these little guys. So, just shows that I give a fuck. Or 10. Like, subscribe. All the other weird shit. If you don't, I'll send you nudes. You don't want those problems. Bye, guys. Hi, we're back. Push rods are in. I forgot to cover that on... I've got link bar lifters. Be very careful as to when you drop them in. It's not like a stock lifter where it's got a guide that actually puts the push rod in. You just have to make sure, I take a flashlight and stick it down, shine through, and stab at it. Once the actual rocker arms are on and snug, it's like 28 foot-pounds, I do put on the rocker arm, on the intake rocker on ported heads, you do have to put a thread sealant. I normally opt for gray RTV, preferably ultra gray. But while I'm at this step, everything's tight. I want to make sure before I go through the trouble putting the valve covers on that everything is working as it should. So I go to my handy dandy little jumper relays that I bought from Matco. These are awesome. And I just power it on, and I watch for every rocker to make sure it works. Peace of mind, because every other time I've done this, I've missed one. And you'll swear that thing's in there, but nope. It's on the side of it, it's on the front of it, the back of it. It's definitely not where it needs to be. And nobody needs that. So, I guess that's another tech tip. So, Cosby is over there. I decided I'm going to pull my valve covers off. Check my rockers. We had one issue at Streetcar Takeover Gainesville, the event that we actually did win, at least our class. 7450, 080 wall, 5/16. 7450, 080 wall, 3/8. Boys, size matters. Don't let her tell you that it doesn't. Yes, it's about technique. This thing has one job. It goes up and down. This is all it does. It connects, it transfers energy from your fucking lifter up to your rocker arm so you can open and close your valves. 8,200 RPM, breaks it. No guy. Broke it. Almost cost me an event. My guys are resilient. They found me some. So this time, we're going to upgrade. See the size difference? Same size head. More girth around the shaft. Do it right. Or do it like me. 8 times. So pretty. So pretty. I might also go ahead. They're a little taller. I just have to find some LS3 coil packs. And then I don't have to use this gigantic thick gasket anymore. And then I'll probably just use those valve covers on Misfit. So if you have any LS3 coil packs and you know that they're good, let me know. I'd be interested in buying. I like factory ones. I don't want any aftermarket shit. I just want factory GM. They can be junkyard ones, that's fine. Let me know. Bye.